Language and culture aren't just descriptors. They're powerful architects of our identity. Children as young as 4 years old can describe themselves as members of an ethnic group, and by age 8, they've learned to identify the traits of other cultural groups. We're continuously transmitting signals of our own cultural identity, many times without even realizing it. The American inclination to smile at strangers is a dead giveaway to their cultural identity, particularly to people in places where smiles are used sparingly, as in many Eastern European countries. But our identity is not just the sum total of our behaviors. It goes far deeper than that, embodying beliefs, attitudes, and values. What does success look like to you? What does it mean, for example, to be a good person? What does a good parent-child relationship look like at different ages? Who deserves respect, and how do you show it? While these answers vary greatly among individuals in any culture, as a group, people of the same cultural background generally lean in the same direction when answering these questions. Now, language works hand in hand with culture as a classification system, a model of the world formed by its users and evolved to serve the needs and aims of the group. Research indicates that the languages we speak shape our thinking and influence how we see and understand the world, particularly on a structural and conceptual level. Australian Aboriginal speakers of the Gugu Yimithirr language use the cardinal directions, east, west, north, south, instead of egocentric directions, left, right, front, back, because those egocentric directions don't exist in their language. Now, the result is that the speakers tend to have better spatial orientation than speakers of other languages because they constantly have to be aware of their cardinal direction, where north and south and west and east actually are. And by the way, this is the language that we get the English word kangaroo from. Deaf American Sign Language users in the United States tend to pick up on subtle facial expressions and emotions better than many speakers of spoken languages. Perhaps partly because of having to try to pull meaning from watching people closely every day, and partly because much of American Sign Language grammar is embedded in facial movements and expressions. And then there are those people who find themselves straddling the boundary between two cultures. These global cosmopolitans, or third culture kids, tend to be adaptive, resourceful, and skilled at mediating cultural differences. In the US, those claiming a multicultural identity has grown by 276% since the 2010 census, with more than 33 million people identifying themselves as multicultural. And by drawing from their multifaceted identities, these individuals are often assets in especially professional settings and international collaborations. Now, if you were raised in another part of the world, born into a different community, molded by other beliefs and traditions, and speaking a very different language, who might you be right now? It's understanding this interplay between language, culture, and identity that isn't just enlightening, it's essential for meaningful cross-cultural communication. Now, if you'd like to get more information on language and culture, subscribe and follow these videos in this series across language and culture. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. Thank you.